Hi everybody, good morning. So today's video is about, and it's actually a requested video from a number of people, how does my CV relate? So the first thing I would say to you is, if you want to look at what I've done, so what I would do is I would go to LinkedIn. So the LinkedIn group is called FE1 Students and Trainee Solicitors in Ireland, and you'll have to request access from me, and then I'll let you into the group. And in that group then, like, I put up things, but you'll see when I comment in the group, it comes from my personal LinkedIn. So you just go onto my personal LinkedIn and you will see my CV is up there. And also I would recommend all of you to have your own LinkedIn. Okay, so if you go down to the very, very end, and you see all my education, right? So if you go down to where I started, so I have a first class honours law and German degree from University College Cork, and that took me 4 years. One of those years was spent abroad. Whilst I was in Germany, I literally knocked on the doors of solicitors over there, and I was like, my German wasn't that good at the time, and I was like, hi, I'm from Ireland and I'm studying law here for the year. Can I just watch you work? Like, really creepy, and that's how it's creepy. Can I just watch you work for 2 weeks? And then if they were like, no, I'd be like, okay, 1 week. Started to research postgrad. Now at the time I was really into IPIT, but I realised that my real love was in corporate governance and finance, and I would advise you in your penultimate year or even in your final year, make sure you have a think about like where your personality is going. In Germany, I was also crazy about international law, so I applied to be the Irish representative at the International Summit on War and Peace, and I did that at the University of Munich. And that was really great because I got to know lots of people and meet some fairly influential people. Academics. Then I came back to Cork and I had a game plan, I'll tell you that. I threw myself in fourth year into Students' Union, so I became International Students Union Officer, which means international students come to me if they had a problem. I was the EU Careers Ambassador for UCC, which meant I had exposure to people who were working in the EU Careers Office. What else did I do? I was Vice President of German Society, which basically meant I was the one who handed out the pretzels. And so lots of people have been asking me about LLM. I would say, now I'm being very, very honest, okay? So I made great international contacts through the LLM. It's how I got my internship at Baker McKenzie and Deckert. But I would say 100%, do not do an LLM if you are Irish. I didn't realise that the LLM, and I don't care what people say to me if you're not correct, but I think I'm correct. The LLM is simply a tick the box exercise for foreign lawyers in their own jurisdiction to prove that they have exposure to common law and that they have lived abroad in an English speaking country. Anyway, so after I did the first 4 FE1s, I went and did the milk rounds, and I only applied to 3 law firms in Goodbody, Arthur Cox and Matheson. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So how did my CV play into the interview? So if you go onto my LinkedIn and you go to where I worked, right, so everything before me working at Arthur Cox was on my CV applying for the training contract. So if you go back to the very, very start, now I haven't included everything here. I've actually way more than this. Like, I have a few solicitors down in Cork, which I went to in my final year in UCC. The solicitors I mentioned in Germany, I didn't include them because they were just too short, and then otherwise the CV would just be too packed. So instead I just put in the important ones. So the first one I was an intern in the NTMA, which is like Treasury of Ireland. It's kind of like a sister to NAMA. And in there, so the NTMA, part of what they do is litigation against the state. It's called the State Claims Agency. And people take, I'm not going to go through what they do, but we'll say if you're like a prison guard or you're a nurse, you work for the state and something happens to you whilst on duty, you take a case against the state and the state has to defend itself. And I was basically working with those lawyers for a month in Dublin, and I actually got robbed in Dublin. I never wanted to go back there again. And it wasn't difficult, but like I just felt so stupid all the time. It was my first proper Irish internship. Oh, how did I get in? Begged them. I just said, I don't want any money. I will just sit there and follow you and shadow you. And this, I think other people should take this approach. Like literally, like millennials are so demanding. You can't be demanding until you have clout. I had no clout, none at all. I was just like this poor young one from Cork being like, please, give me some legal experience. And they were like, okay, God, you're so annoying. Just come on. I was actually good crack, they brought me to court every day and I loved it. I loved just sitting there watching the whole thing. That's all I wanted. I knew I wouldn't make any impact. I knew, like, I had no experience. I wasn't intelligent enough. I was really, really young. But I just wanted to sit there. That was it. Yeah, so I did that. Whilst I was on Erasmus, I wrote to Sean Kelly, MEP. He was the ex-president of the GA, and I was like, dear Sean, please can I come once a month for a week from Erlangen, which is South Germany, to Strasbourg, which is where the European Parliament is based, and just literally, again, sit there, shadow you. I don't care if I get money. And that was unpaid as well. So, like, all of this was my own money, like, was paying this. I wasn't getting any income for this. But when you're in European Parliament, you're exposed to so much. And literally, like, at the time, the GDPR was being drafted and Sean was the rapporteur. And, like, we had, like, really big communications providers coming to us. One of them was the Verband Deutscher Zeitschriftverleger. And they are based in Berlin. And actually, I was just like, can I have a job? Can I come and help you with your commentary? And she was great. She gave me a month in Berlin. So that was another month where I just went up there in the July of my Erasmus year to Berlin, and I shadowed her for a month. That was great. Then the following month, as I said, I was down in Munich. I was doing the international law, war and peace. That was actually about the unlawful killing of Osama bin Laden. I went and did another, I think it was 1 month in total, with SLB Klopper Rechtsanwaltgesellschaft MBH. That was in Munich. So what did I do with them? Oh yeah, so the partner there, I had got in contact with him. So this is actually now where contacts come in. I had got in contact with him because he taught the law in German in Trinity. That is it in a nutshell. You'll see very much that my story is based on begging people to actually accept me into their organizations. I didn't expect any money. All I wanted was experience. I urge you to have this attitude as well. It'll go very far. Remember that energy is worth way more than intelligence, in my estimation. Enthusiasm will get you in the door. Hard work will keep you in the chair. And you do not have to have connections starting off. What you have to do is be resourceful. Like, you know, for example, with me asking my friends from Trinity, oh, can I have the email of your lecturer because I know he is a partner in Munich. This kind of thing, like, it's a little bit like, you know, being resourceful, being preemptive, having intuition as well. Like, you know, certain things will happen and, you know, things will start to groove and you'll get into a flow, but you have to take the first step. Just like me standing in the rain outside that solicitor's office in Erlang and be like, please can I just have 1 week? Please can I just have 2 weeks? And they're just like, she's so annoying, just let her in. it works. So I hope that helped. It was requested. Please leave me some comments, because, you know, it's hard for me to know what you guys want. Otherwise, I'm just kind of going off my own intuition. I really love making videos for, you know, people who were like me back in the day. And I want to bring you all up with me, because it's actually great fun once you get over that initial scare of not having a job. Anyway, have a great day and lovely to talk. Bye.